Ich bitte nun Corinna Witzel, ein paar Worte an uns zu richten.
Oh, also das ist überwältigend und I stand in a row with Ralf because my German English is not so good as well, but I'll try my very best. First of all, happy birthday, Amrita e.V. I'm very impressed from your work, from all of you. Overwhelming is it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and pleasure to be here today and to bring the congratulations from the whole UN Women Germany team to you all. I would like to thank Embracing the World and Amma for your commitment, for your humanity, for your charity. You are role models for the whole world. On behalf of UN Women and UN Women National Committee Germany, I am thrilled to be participating this event, and I want to thank you all for your generous contribution to support women and girls in the Ukraine. Please give me a short time to give you a bit background information. UN Women has worked in Ukraine since 2015 to help the country meet its gender equality commitments and unlock progress for both women and men. However, since last year, Ukraine has become one of the world's most complex emergencies with severe gender challenges, including worsening inequalities and discrimination, violence affecting women and girls, such as sexual and gender-based violence, conflict-related sexual violence, including human trafficking and domestic violence. It has now been more than a year since the Russian invasion of the Ukraine in February 2022, and the war is still having disproportionate impact on women and girls. 14 months into the conflict, and 7 million women and 2 million girls in the country need assistance. At least 3,000 women and girls have been killed since the start of the Russian full-scale invasion of Ukraine, according to cases recorded and verified by Human Rights Monitoring Mission. The actual numbers are expected to be much higher. Women make up 64% of internally displaced people in Ukraine, and about 19% of those have sought refuge in European countries and beyond are women and children. Despite the challenging context of war, we continued working closely with national stakeholders and partners to leave no woman and no girl behind. We provide war-affected women and girls with life-saving essential assistance, especially emergency livelihoods and gender-based violence and other protection-related services. More specifically, UN Women is supporting the provision of life-saving essential assistance to war-affected women and girls. With UN Women's support, more than 38,000 women and girls are actually affected by the war, have had access to humanitarian support and services since the start of the full-fledged Russian invasion in February 2022. Over 15,000 women have benefited from immediate life-saving humanitarian support, such as provision of food, water, shelter, medicine, and hygiene kits. Over 5,000 women have received psychosocial support to help improve the mental health crisis brought on by the war. Over 10,000 women have had improved access to information on protection and socioeconomic services. Also, an employment platform was launched to provide professional guidance, vocational training, career development, and job-seeking consultants for women who lost their job and/or their income during the war. At least 15,000 women benefited from this platform in 2022. The funding generated and offered to UN Women will go towards supporting safe spaces for women and girls. So far, over 1,000 women benefited from access to psychological, humanitarian, and social support services, as well as information on available essential services through UN Women's pilot initiative, Safe Spaces, in partnership with 2 local women CSOs. For physical safe spaces for women in 2 regions, have provided multidimensional forms of support to women and girls affected by the full-scale war and who have served the risk of gender-based violence. The support has also included individual and group therapy sessions for women survivors of sexual-based violence, child-friendly spaces, and awareness-raising prevention activities on human trafficking and violence against women and girls. Allow me to close that UN Women is committed to leaving no woman and girl behind in the Ukraine and in the whole world. We are grateful for your donation that will help us to save and protect Ukraine's most vulnerable women. On a very personal note, I would like to thank you all for your personal commitment and the dedication of your organization. Only with your commitment we will manage to make the world a better place. Your contribution will change the lives of women and girls in the Ukraine, and for that I thank you from the bottom of my heart.